Hello my friends, and once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're back out here in the Hunter Call of the Wild once again for another absolutely amazing video for you guys. What we're going to be talking about today, my friends, is the top 5 best loadouts for grinding here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, we're going to cover every single loadout for every single grind that you possibly can do. So whether you guys are going to do the fox grind, whether you're going to do the pheasant grind, whether you're going to do the fallow grind, moose grind, bear grind, you name it, there is going to be a loadout that will cover, first of all, every single species in the game, so you guys can create yourself a main loadout and not have to worry about certain weapons that you can't actually shoot a certain species with, aka you won't get integrity. Now guys, this is also going to include a ton of extremely useful information like what sights to use, what scents to use, what lures to use, things like that, so I would strongly suggest that you guys do in fact stay until the end of today's video. And real quick guys, I do want to ask of you one really fast thing before we do dive into today's video. If you guys please can go down there, smash that like button and subscribe, it would be much appreciated as it is the #1 thing that can help support the YouTube channel. And without further ado my friends, let's dive right in. Okay guys, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive right into today's video. The very first loadout that I'm going to be covering here today for you guys is going to be my deer loadout. Now this is not just fallow, this is also for red deer and whitetail. So without further ado guys, my deer loadout, that's just called fallow because I primarily use it for my fallow grind, consists of the Arzina 300 Magnum Tactical. Now this weapon will not give you integrity. Now if there were any type of trophy, I would either shoot it with the Zarza 308 here or the new 450 because you will get integrity on all deer species with those. I also carry with me the 375 for the same reason as I bring the 300. Maybe I run out of 300 ammo, or maybe one day I just feel like using the 375 to shoot fallow. They are both probably the best weapons for grinding here in Call of the Wild, with the Arzina 300 being #1. It has little to no recoil in a 5-round magazine, and it takes down whitetail, fallow deer, even red deer extremely efficiently. And even though that you guys aren't going to get integrity, it's worth it to get them taken down so you don't have to track them as far, therefore getting respawns faster, spawning more trophies, rares, and possibly even that great one. Obviously, like I said, with any trophies or anything like that, you guys are definitely going to want to make sure that you're using a weapon that will give you integrity. So something like the Johansson 450 or the Zarza 308 Moonlight are both very good options for grinding. My personal 2 favorites, actually. They are 4 to 8 rifles, and they will give you integrity for basically every single deer species. As for ammo, I bring all of my ammo with me in every single loadout just because of the fact that it weighs so little. As for sights, I always bring with me the Hyperion, which is going to be the best in-game scope that you guys will not have to buy any DLC for. But if you guys want to get a step up from that and just get the most overpowered best scope in the game, definitely buy the new Scopes and Crosshairs DLC. This is going to come with a couple other scopes, including the Angler Night Vision scope, and my personal favorite scope, the Odin here. I use the scope on every single weapon that it will let me, which is probably over 75% of the weapons in the game. So you're definitely going to get your money's use out of this. It will be a daily scope. In fact, it's really the only scope that I ever use anymore. It's by far the best. The zoom on it is ridiculous. One of the biggest mistakes that I see beginner players doing is using the Argus scope. I would say that's one of the worst in the game, just because it zooms so far doesn't make it better at all. Yes, you can see farther, but the rims on it are so thick that you're not going to be able to have any visibility whatsoever. As for lures, my friends, I always bring with me the Antler Rattler for fallow deer, the Deer Grunt Collar for whitetail, blacktail, or Sika deer, and obviously the Red Deer Collar for red deer. This is optional, but I always bring with me doggy biscuits just so I can keep the dog happy. As for binoculars, I will bring with me the Apex View just for casual hunts, or if I'm going on a night hunt, I will bring with me the Gen 0 8x50 night vision rangefinder binoculars. That, guys, that is quite literally what my deer loadout consists of. Quite literally in any loadout, no matter what type of loadout it is, scents are completely useless and are 100% a waste of money, so don't waste your money or time on them. They can attract deer, but you're going to have a much better chance with collars, and scent eliminator just flat out really doesn't even work. But if you're grinding, scents are completely pointless and you're not even going to use them at all. So I would strongly suggest just not even wasting your money on them. And like I said, as you guys can see, the 300 absolutely decimated this trotting fallow there. And if you guys were looking for the best loadout for any type of deer grind, whether it's a super rare grind, diamond grind, great one grind, whatever you're doing, and you guys just wanted to know what the best weapons are for the deer species in the game, this loadout here, my friends, is going to be your absolute best bet. This is what most of us Call of the Wild creators are using, but me personally, I'm 5,000 kills into my fallow grind with still no luck. I know, it's pretty brutal. And I've been using this loadout along the way, and it has treated me very, very well. Almost every fallow doesn't run very far or almost instantly drops. But I mean, with poor shots like that, it's just understandable that he ran 100 meters. Alright guys, so now we're out here in Medved Taiga on my halfway set up moose grind. I really haven't been hunting much moose lately, so hopefully eventually maybe in a live stream we can jump over here and continue getting set up. But I've really been focusing on fox over in Emerald Coast lately, and clearly the fallow grind as well. So let me know down below guys, would you like to see moose content or not? I definitely would like to know. So what we're going to be talking about now guys is going to be my moose and black bear loadout. In other words, just my big game species or classes 7 to 9 species loadout. And what I bring with me in this loadout is a variety of massive weapons, and probably the best weapons for grinding 7 to 9 species, because they are going to take them down with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Now the first weapon that I have with me here today guys is obviously going to be the Zenith 300 Magnum here, by far the best weapon in the game. You guys are going to see it quite a lot throughout the video, and as you guys probably noticed, I have a second 300 on me. This is the original 300, the 300 Canning Magnum Frontier. Ignore my weapon skin, that was when they first came out, and I had no clue what I'm doing with them, and I haven't really used this weapon very much since. And really what this weapon is for is once I run out of all 5 shots over here in my Zenith 300, I will quickly switch over to the 300 Canning Magnum Frontier and use the 4 shots that it has as a follow-up shot. And knowing Squid, I would probably miss all 4 of those shots too, being a controller player. But the main weapon that I really use other than the Zenith 300 is going to be the 375 here. Now this came brand new with the Hunter's Choice Weapon DLC here a few weeks ago with the release of Sceudule Park. And it really does an amazing job of taking down moose very fast. As you guys can see there, he's already dead. I do believe that was a solo zone, so I had to shoot that anyways. Collars, of course, I'm going to bring with me the moose collar along with the predator distressed fawn collar for all bear species, and tents because of the fact that I am setting up for both of those Great One grinds still. I'm in the process of finding bear zones, but I have found all of my moose zones here in Medved, and I am probably 10% of the way set up. It's going to take me several hours, but you know what? I'm going to set up and I'm going to start shooting as long as they don't reset them or anything anytime soon. And about 30 meters after where we shot him at, here's our moose scoring 246.66 with a double lung shot there. Do you guys realize how hard it is to double lung a moose that's quartering away from you? It's a challenge to double lung it if it's perfectly broadside. That just shows the mass power of the 375. And again, that's why I would strongly suggest using that weapon. Those 3 weapons are going to be the best weapons for doing your moose grind, or your black bear grind, or your brown bear grind, or whatever 7 to 9 species that you're grinding, or just even casually hunting. Now yes, there is some good options, like the 338, and some other etc. weapons. If you guys are looking for efficiency, if you guys are looking for the best weapons literally for grinding to get fast follow-up shots, more than 3 shots in one magazine at the minimum is what you're going to be looking for. I personally have a hard time with anything under 4. So real quick, I am just going to show you guys my main loadout, because this is probably the one that I use the most other than the fallow loadout, or my deer loadout, whatever you want to call it. Here I have obviously the Zenith 300 Magnum that I bring with me everywhere I go for 7 to 9 class species. Very good and efficient weapon, as I said before. The variant 22LR for class 1 species. The 22-250 for classes 2 to 4, I believe. So for foxes or anything like that. And these are the 308 for classes 4 to 8. So if you guys do copy every single one of these weapons to your main loadout, you're going to be able to hunt every single class in the game and not have to worry about having a weapon on you that you can't shoot a certain species with. Same thing for ammo, I always bring it all with me because it weighs so little. As for sights, I always bring with me the Hyperion and the Odin. As for lures, I bring with me a lot of different lures. Just for some of my favorite species, I would really recommend figuring out what species you like to hunt the most and put all those lures into your main loadout. Doggy biscuits as always, Apex View binoculars, I'll always switch those out for the Gen 0s if I'm going on a night hunt. And if I'm setting up or I need to put tents anywhere, I will always bring with me some tents. Okay guys, so real quick, definitely let me know down below how you guys are feeling about the new map. Me personally, it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite that they ever released. I am really enjoying Sceudule Park. I've gotten quite a bit of good trophies off of it, and the fact that you can just turn your head and shoot an animal is really what makes it incredibly fun. Absolutely destroyed that black grouse there. So guys, my pheasant grind slash small game species slash Sceudule loadout consists of the Ranger 243 for all fox species, and that's going to cover classes 2 to 6 for you guys, 22 obviously for class 1 species as just demonstrated a second ago, and the Strandberg 10 gauge semi-automatic executive shotgun. For classes 1 and 2 if you have birdshot in it, or if you want to take it buck hunting, you guys definitely can put buckshot in there, but if you're putting it into your small game loadout as I'm demonstrating right now, you should only have birdshot in there and should never ever use buckshot on any type of small game animal. Got a nice gold black grouse there, scoring 108.60. I've personally gotten 3 diamond black grouse off of this map, and I think that they're one of my favorite species. I do love the way they look, and they've really made my fallow / main lodge look amazing. If you guys want a tour of that, definitely let me know down below. I do tours at the end of every single live stream, so I would strongly suggest joining those as well. The only collars that I ever bring with me are literally the goose collars, just because if you want them to land right next to you and they're just casually flying up there, the best way to get them to do that is going to be to call them in. Unless you know exactly where they're gonna land because you have their zone or something. Apparently we have some either eating or flying over the trees over here, because I just seen a mating call response. Either that or they're chilling out in the wood line over here, because oh, I seen a spot animal. Yes, there's some Thunderbean goose. Okay, so that's a zone that I actually haven't even seen yet, so I have to go have a look at that to make sure there's no trophies in there. But other than that, my friends, I definitely did show you guys loadouts that will cover every single class in the game, probably twice. So as long as you guys do copy the loadouts that I just showed you, you shouldn't have any trouble hunting every single species in the game. Now, as for organization purposes, I definitely would recommend creating different loadouts, so that way you guys can just switch your loadout via whatever map you're on. If you guys do have any questions or anything like that, definitely recommend joining the Discord server. The link for that is down in the description, guys. I really do hope this video did help you out. This was only the second video this week due to Christmas and the New Year. Like I said a few videos ago, there would be a delay because of the holidays. I really do hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year. 2024 was our best ever year on YouTube, and I definitely thank every last one of you guys for that. Let's go ahead and make 2025 even better. Thank you guys all so much for watching to this point. If you made it here, you're clearly enjoying the content, so you might as well go like and subscribe to join the Squid gang. Comment Squid is the GOAT down below for good luck, and to let me know that you made it to this point in the video. Without further ado, my friends, my name is Squid, this is Squidster, and we'll see you later. Peace.